here.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Which way are you going?
Take a seat up front very quickly. As I said, 2 senior speakers and every number wrong, so you need to be efficient. If I could ask you to come sit forward, please, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks. Our first senior speaker. Is there a nicer young man? Let me know if you find one. Truly a friend to all, the epitome of citizenship and fairness, Marin.
3 years ago, my mom heard that MA's attendance secretary was leaving. She asked me what my thoughts were on her applying for the job. My initial response was something close to, alright, sure, I don't care. And that was pretty much all there was to it. The following year, my mom was running the phones, typing out bulletins, and handing out day slips. I didn't think much of it since she had always been so actively involved in my schools, whether it was being a class parent or a field trip driver. But I quickly learned that it was a lot different when your mom actually works at the school. At first, it was a little weird. There would be times when I would come home from a friend's house and my mom would be having dinner with my art teacher and my Spanish teacher. Having your mom at school means that teachers can simply walk over to her office whenever it was convenient. If I wasn't doing so well in one of my classes, my mom usually found out before I did. I'd also like to clear up a common misconception. Just because my mom was the attendance secretary did not mean that she let me off easy with the party slips. The first time I was late for class, she smiled and reached over for the paint. She even tried to embarrass me by drawing little hearts all over me. However, there definitely weren't any hearts in any of my other slips. I couldn't fabricate any stories in order to get white slips either. Negotiating was utterly impossible considering she was the one who came into my room and got me out of bed. At the end of my junior year, she switched jobs and became Bodie's assistant. Yet she didn't really switch. It was more like she resigned from one job and then kind of changed her mind and took the other. I'm probably the only student to have given their mom a standing ovation at both the goodbye assembly and the welcome back assembly in the same year. During her time as the attendance secretary, she became pretty popular. This wasn't necessarily advantageous though. As it is, I still owe J. James a couple of beatdowns for that wonderful lip sync serenade. My mom got to know practically everybody. Girls that I never even mentioned somehow came up in conversations. Oh, Ryan, she's so cute and such a nice person. You should go out on a date with her. That's when I began to reconsider this whole mom at school thing. But really, having my mom working at my school is definitely not all that bad. I hate to admit it, but I probably take advantage of it more than I should. She gets me free tickets to school events, gives me money when I forget my wallet, lends me her car on occasion, and even gives me part of her lunch when I'm hungry. I can't even recall all the times that I forgot a permission slip to do. But lucky for me, I could get it signed by merely taking a short stroll over to the ad building. It gets even more pathetic than that, though. My mom has even driven all the way home during her lunch break so that she could pick up an English essay I forgot on my desk. When people ask me what it's like having my mom at school, I sometimes just respond, "Oh, it's not that bad. I don't even see her that much." And the reality is, I see my mom a lot. And even though I sometimes use the excuse that I need money or food, generally I go and visit my mom just simply because I love her. Moms, even though this speech is dedicated to you, it still isn't enough thanks for all that you've done for me over the years. I don't know how you do it sometimes. You are truly a workaholic if I've ever seen one. You are the best mother a son could have. Thank you for always looking out for me, for always being the cool mom, and for spending over $80,000 on my high school education. I hope MA never ends up bringing more Giesen. To Dad, it's great having Mom here and all, but thank God both of you guys don't work in my school. Thank you for coaching me on the field and in life. Your patience, strength, and diligence is incomparable. I don't get to say it enough, but you mean so much to me. For my whole life, I've aspired to be like you. To Alicia, thank you for always pointing out how much smarter you are than me. You are a natural on the soccer field, and I regret not going to more of your games. I'm sorry for all the petty fighting, even though I'm usually right. I hope I've been an okay brother because I know I am proud to have you as my sister. And to all my friends and teachers, I'm sure I'll thank each one of you individually, but in the meantime, thank you for making my 4 years of high school education so special.